Welcome to On the Glide Slope Virtual Edition. Today we're on the ramp in Albert Whitted, which is my home airport, where I haven't flown in probably 4 or 5 weeks, unfortunately. So today we're just going to do a little real-world kind of drilling and practice. I'm going to fly what would be a relatively traditional maneuvers practice flight, and do so trying to use pilot to ATC, which I have not used a whole lot. I'm still getting the hang of, but we'll see how it works. Rondi, hello, good to see you. So we will give that a shot. We're in the Piper Archer from Carenado, the Archer 3. This is the exact same airplane I fly in the real world. The layout is quite similar in terms of the avionics. Of course, the switches and everything are right where they should be. We're flying with real world weather, and this is a modified Albert Whitted from the one you can download on the .org, where I've updated it to reflect some of the more current taxiway changes. And I'm not done with it yet, but it's getting closer. But it's quite good. It's got the Dolly Museum over there. It has the FBO that has a great restaurant on the second level called The Hangar. And this is exactly where the Archer parks at St. Peter, which is where I do my flight training. So I'm going to just kind of go through my flow here so we can be ready for that. Okay. Mixture is rich. Controls check out. Looking to see if I can see the rudder move, but I can't, so we'll presume that it's moving. Fuel pump and anti-collision lights. Prime it with a couple pumps. Hey Mike, a little Albert Whitted action here today. In 82746. Well, it sounds like pilot to ATC is working. I wonder why it's not. Do we have gas? We do have gas. We've got gas.
This is 1067, plan all 31 Delta 9.
1067 ground for Alpha 9er, okay, to be in November, Papa, and Tango, cross runway 2 right to that.
November, Papa Tango, cross to right, 1067.
Wonder what could be wrong. Sound voice low. Okay, I'll try to fix that, Rondi. 1 second. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. They should all be about the same, Rondi, so I hope it's loud enough that you can hear me. There, maybe that's a little better. Maybe you can hear that better.
Tango, hold short, runway 31 right, remain this frequency.
Yankee Tango, hold short, 31 right behind company on Yankee, going to 31 center, couple 1785.
Maybe it thinks it's flooded now. Let's try it. Well, let's just check something here real quick.
141, we're now ready for push for Bravo 10, West Quebec.
It's 141, your discretion.
Our discretion, 141.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. It's been a while since I've used this aircraft. It could easily be something I'm missing.
522 for push from Bravo 3, Romeo.
522, new departure frequency 133.5, push your discretion.
33.5, clear to push southwest. 522. Just verify it's 317.
How clear is X-Plane and VR on my machine? Quite clear. I run it at 1.7 super sampling, which helps. There we go. Not quite sure what that was about, but we're up and running now.
American 115 to ground, we're 27 left short and taxi, Tango, hold short of kilo. Tango, short of kilo, American 115.
Okay. Geez, do you hear that thunder outside? It's loud. No, not yet. It hasn't gotten to me yet, Mike.
275, 35 for the ground, we're 27 left.
Hey, 2 Bravo, Mike, thanks. So as I was saying before some of you guys joined in is I'm going to kind of fly what is the normal hold on. I'm going to fly what is sort of the normal training flight that you would fly out of Albert Wooded. We'll take off in the pattern. We'll fly out over the beach. We'll do some maneuvers. We'll practice some stalls. We'll come back, maybe do some touch and goes. That's the practice. Yeah, Lucas, I just kept the weather where it was a little while ago.
Ramp American 805 is ready to push at about 10.
Sim, I don't know why. You must not be having one of the libraries they need for you to have. Make sure you've downloaded all the libraries. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, one of the kids needed something. When is the check ride? God only knows. I haven't been able to fly for weeks. The airplane was broken for a while when I had lots of time, and then I didn't have any time, and then I had lots of time again, and the weather was terrible. A couple days of my 90-day solo endorsement expiring, so I'll have to get that again. The check ride is 1 solo cross country and 2 night flights and a few check ride prep flights away. So I'm hoping maybe end August. That would be my hope. Okay, so let's get back to what we're doing. Let's see if Pilot ATC is going to work that way I want it to today. Let's find out. Let's get the weather first of all.
Albert Whitted Information Alpha. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 28, dew point 7. Altimeter 3007. Arriving runway 18, departing runway 18. Advise on initial contact you have Alpha. Albert Whitted Information Alpha. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 28, dew point 7. Altimeter 3007. Arriving runway 18, departing runway 18. Advise on Albert Whitted Information
Make sure I heard the wind. I was paying attention to the transponder.
1500 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5,
160
visibility 10.
Okay, so we'll go off on 1.8 probably.
Temperature 28.
Ground Archer 82746, ready for taxi.
746 taxi to runway 07 high, taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 07.
07 by Alpha, hold short 07, 82746. Okay, interesting it's sending me off on 07 given the wind is coming on 16, but fine. Okay, well that's right in front of us, so That's pretty straightforward. Let's make sure that agrees. That does. Everything else looks good. Go over here and do our run up.
Grand American 459, Fox 9 with Zulu. American 459, you have your numbers ready to go? Alright, American 459, for the ground, 27 left short, taxi by Kilo 3 Kilo.
That ATC chatter is from Pilot to ATC. You can download some free chatter files.
459, short at 27 right.
I normally would turn it off, but that's fine.
It's 233, the King Air is waiting on you. Let's do it there. Hold 78 only 22 off, Paul Barron.
We're here to do our run up. Okay. Up to 2,000. Just our mixture for maximum RPM. Looks pretty good. Pin drops look good. Carb heat. This particular Carenado model is not great at. It is not real great at VR. Like, it won't let me get to that stuff. There you go. All right, well, let's presume the carb heat is working. I just can't reach it in the VR cockpit. Okay. So we'll take off in the pattern, head west. We'll fly the same profile and altitudes we would fly if we were practicing this in the real world. Switch over to tower. Wooded Tower, Archer 82746, holding short 07, ready for takeoff.
746, winds are 155 at 5 knots, altimeter 3006, cleared for takeoff. Runway 07, squawk 1200.
Cleared for takeoff 07, squawk 1200, 82746.
Southwest 384, remain my frequency, turn right at Juliet 1.
Okay.
Juliet Hotel and hold short of my
Here we go. Nobody's coming. Final control check.
Southwest 384, that's affirmative. Okay. Hold short of 35 at Echo Southwest 384.
At this airport, pattern altitude is 800 feet, so you usually turn out at 500. I'm going to turn out at 400 just to get that turn going a little quicker in case the motor stops working. Okay, we're on the center line. Heading and compass agree. Everything is green across the instruments. Mixture full rich. Fuel pump on. Landing lights are on. Okay, RPMs are expected. Engine instruments are green. Airspeed's alive. On the center line. Rotation. 76 is our climb, best climb in this airplane. Normally they'd give us a left-hand turn here, but let's do right today. coming up to 800 feet. Pattern altitude. Got to stay below 1,000 or else you go into the Bravo, which is bad. Let's trim. Throttle back to 2,400 till we're dry. Second, then I'll look at your comments. Okay, we're dry. We can go up to 1,000, stay at 1,000 till we're past St. Pete's arrival routes. The Airbus is coming in. St. Pete Airport is right up there. Here's Tropicana Field. Okay, we are almost past St. Pete. Okay, we are now. We can go up to 2,500 feet. Bravo shelf here is 3,000. Start flying due west. Head on a swivel for traffic. Everything's looking green. Hello, Malay. It's good to see you. Yeah, 2 Bravo might come with you. I like to be able to hear. It sounds like traffic. Although it's a little quiet right now. Not quite sure where the volume control is on this. I don't know if it even has one. Let's hear how that sounds.
Albert with an info.
Yeah, I can hear it okay. Okay. Up to 2,000 on our way to 2,500. St. Pete Beach down in front of us. Frequency change approved, 82746. She was a little hard to hear. I wonder how I can turn that up. Let me see. Probably in the pilot to ATC settings. It's a little better. Sorry, I was messing with pilot ATC. Go back where we're supposed to be. Why I still do that? So right now I'm peeking out from under my headset and adjusting some volume settings. Is what's going on. Okay. So 2,500 St. Pete Beach. we will go up to 3,500 feet out here over the beach. And we want to stay out of the Bravo airspace at that altitude, so we're wet here, so we're out of the Bravo. Bravo shelf here is 6,000. We'll turn here and come up to 3,500. Will put us above most of the traffic cruising the beach to do our maneuvers. Pilot ATC is still a little quiet. Let's see if I can adjust that in the volume settings for Windows. That's better. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, we're coming up to 3,500 feet. We will turn, so we're going due north. Actually, we'll go to 330. We'll go to 30. Let's level off. Throttle back to 2,400. Stabilize.
It's flight 2134, taxi Mike, Quebec.
Or about 90 knots.
Mike, Quebec, remain this frequency, Angel flight 2134, thanks.
Lean the airplane just a little bit. There we are, about 2,400. Level, 90 knots.
50 traffic, 2 mile file to the crossing runway.
About where we want to be.
Down runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Okay, so let's get to 30, and then we're going to do steep turns first. One to the left first, and then one to the right. Get ourselves on heading.
So 1352, taxi to the ramp, remain strict. Stay with you, Southwest 13.
Okay, we're trimmed, we're stable, we're at the right speed. Steep turns, 45-degree turn to the left. 45-degree bank to the left. Add power. Don't descend. This feels very realistic, by the way.
Tower, looks like our gate's occupied, but 1352, want to go to the ground.
1352, straight into the overnight area, monitor ground for the outbound.
Okay, thanks.
We're at a 30. Ah, blew it, descended too much. Can't lose more than 100 feet altitude. Okay, well, we go straight into the right-hand turn at this point.
Runway 33 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 33 left, 7 Joe Brown.
Add a little power to keep the altitude. Better going this way. Same spot on the horizon on the cowl.
Right tower, Sterling 781 on the visual 33 left.
Sterling 781, tower wind 340 at 7, runway 33 left.
Roll out, take the power back. Okay, let's go left again.
Tower, good morning, friendly 271 with you, visual 33 left.
Friendly 271, tower wind 340 at 9, runway 33 right, clear to land.
Runway 33 right, clear to land, friendly 279.
Rolling out.
Bravo, turn right, Mike, turn right.
Power out.
Contact ground point out.
Right back into the right-hand turn.
Sorry, turn right, Romeo, turn right, Papa, contact ground point out.
Romeo, Papa, ground point out. outside brass, 4031 left. 1519 tower, traffic for the parts across runway prior to your arrival.
This is more realistic in the headset than it is in the cockpit, but not as realistic as in real life because you can't feel the G-forces. Which is how you know you're really pulling right, as you feel it in your butt. I missed the turn back just a little bit, but that would be a pass. This is only 10 degrees, maybe we're less than that. I think it's 10. We're going to take our throttle back to where we were, 24, stabilize, and our altitude 90 knots. Okay. All right, let's go heading 360, set up for some stalls, slow flight. Hey, War Dog, good to see you, thanks. Appreciate that you like them. Okay, let's go 350. Let's get stable. Before we do our slow flight, let's do a clearing turn. Clearing turn this way. Altitude back. It's hard over the ocean because the horizon isn't a very good set of references. Okay, visual references. Trim back just a little bit, we need a little more power. Okay, let's configure for slow flight. Let's try to fly it at 54 knots. Let's throttle back. 2,000 to start. There we go. We're in the wide arc, so first notch flaps. Trim, trim, trim. Next flaps. Final flaps. Don't descend, don't descend. Okay, full flaps. Fuel pump is on. I never turned it off. That's a mistake. Let's keep trimming. Don't descend. Don't descend. Get down to 65. Airplane is starting to feel mushy. Let's get back up to 3,500 feet. Add a little power. Steering the plane mostly with the rudder. Okay, let's get a little slower. Let's slow to 55. Trim, trim, trim. Airplane is quite mushy now, right on the edge of the stall. Okay, let's make a turn to 270, standard rate turn. Okay, we went all the way to 180 because I had another child question. Kids always wait till you're in the sim to ask questions. That's okay. Okay, let's see if we can go even a little slower than 55. See if we can get down to 53. Doesn't want to go any slower than this. It's hanging on the edge of its performance profile right here. I can tell. I won't trim back any further. Okay, let's make a turn to this side. Go back to north heading. Standard right turn. There we go. That'd be great, Jordan. A pit based on a jet would be a great thing to do. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're going to fly a power off stall. Back into the throttle. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. There's our stall horn. There goes the airplane. Quickly correct. Just 1 second, guys. Hold on a second. All right, if anybody is still watching, so my little girl just absolutely needed to talk to me, and so she takes priority. So we talked to her. Let's try not to stall the airplane unintentionally here. Get back to what we were doing. Let's redo that stall without the interruption. Get back heading north. Let's get slowed down. Okay, full flaps. This airplane doesn't brake like the real one. Flaps up, power, positive rate of climb, come on, speed, there we go. Final flaps. Okay, I was too slow to the power on that. Let's, and the trim on this airplane is a lot more powerful than the trim in the real airplane. Let's get back up to 3,500 feet, do it again. While we're climbing, let's turn and go back and head south while we do this next one. Okay. Okay, let's configure for slow flight. First notch. Second notch. Third. The airplane is slowing down to 60. Don't descend. Trim, trim, trim. 55. Trim, trim, trim. Okay, it's getting mushy. Well, let's keep flying her slower. Lower. Stall horn. Stall brake, full power. Positive rate of climb. Adjust the trim, first notch. Next notch. Next notch. Okay. Alright, let's go with a power on stall. Slow to 65, which is about a rotation speed. We'll just do this here at 3,300 feet. All right, slowing to 65. Okay, about right there. And then we'll pull back and slowly add power like we're climbing out on takeoff. Behind the power curve. Full power, rudder. Positive rate of climb. Okay, power on pop stalls complete. Steep turns complete, slow flight complete. Let's practice an emergency descent. Actually, let's go up to 4,000. Practice a slip first. Down to 3,500. I feel like I need to keep tweaking the sensitivity of these controls. Okay. We can turn our fuel pump off now. Keep our landing lights on. 2,400 RPMs, give or take. Okay. So we're at 4,000 and we need to get down to 3,500 to dip underneath the Bravo shelf. So we're going to fly a quick forward slip. Full right rudder, full left aileron, and back out of the throttle a bit. Flying the airplane sideways, keep our heading. There we go. Didn't quite stop as soon as I wanted to. And I can get back into the power more quickly. Let's go back up to 3,500 feet and do that again, or 4,000 feet and do that again. Then we'll practice an emergency descent. So I originally had the airplane booked today in the real world, but canceled it because I knew I was going to be out late last night and didn't want to fly without a lot of sleep. So I canceled it a couple days ago. Okay, let's try that slip again. Let's go to 2,300 RPM, 4,000 feet, trim the airplane, stable. Heading of 130. Let's fly 140. Okay. And forward slip. There we go, much better. Okay, 3,500 feet. Now we are going to fly an emergency descent down to 1,000 feet. So we've got a cockpit fire. We are going to go down at 120 knots, 125 knots. And we are going to, because that says we're going 120 knots. That can't be right. This airplane doesn't go 120 knots. We're going to go down at, let's say we're going to go down 130 knots, S turns. Here we go. Go a little fast. There we go. Ears are popping. Thousand feet. Okay. This is not a bad place for us to call Wooded Tower and ask to come in for a landing. Wooded Tower, Archer 82746, inbound, full stop. You know, pilot ATC crashed. I got a notification of that. All right, so let's presume that we're given approval to come in. They're going to tell us to fly straight in on 07. We took off on 07. The winds were coming out of 16. That'd make us land on 18. So I'm going to ask for pattern work, fly a little pattern work. So instead, we're going to make, they would have us fly a right base into 18 is what they would have us do, or a left. Yeah, they'd set us up for a right base. So that's what we'll do. From here, actually, if we're on this side of the trop, they would be more likely to have us fly and enter into the right downwind for 18, so that's what we'll plan to do. Okay. Pattern altitude is 8,000 feet, so we can start to slowly come down to that. Let's switch tanks. So we're on fullest tank. There we go. I turned the gas off. That doesn't work. We have positive fuel pressure. Fuel pump off. Landing lights are on. And we can start to come down a little bit. East, east. This is a little off. There we go. Coming down to 800 feet. Over St. Petersburg. Go down to 2,000 RPM so we can slow the airplane a bit. Coming down to pattern altitude, slowly but surely. Okay. I like to be right around 90 knots for this. Okay, 100 feet, pattern altitude. Let's check the wind.
Albert Whitted Information Alpha. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 5.
Yep.
Visibility 10. Sky clear.
I'm coming
Temperature
on
28,
18.
2.7. Altimeter 3007.
Okay. All right. Nothing else on that. So we're gonna do a couple of touch and goes on 1.8. Usually what you do here is you turn and you fly right between Tropicana Field and those office buildings. Okay, fuel pump on. Make sure rich. Landing lights are on. Gas is full. Carb heat is off. Master's on. Okay, I'm going to put this controller down and fly with both hands. Tropicana Field, where the Tampa Bay Rays play baseball. First time I flew this approach into 1.8 in the real world, there was a Black Hawk helicopter coming out of right at me. It was cool. We maintained visual separation. It was awesome. Okay, nose down pitch just a little bit. Make our turn. And then there's a water tower up here, which is about the right place to make the turn go in the other direction. But we're at our touchdown point, so first notch. And throttle back to 17. Start flying the airplane downhill. Knots is right about where we want to be. Make our base turn. We want to maintain a couple hundred feet above these cranes over here. Wider base than you'd normally fly, but they don't want you being too close to the buildings. So next notch. Pitching power for about 70. That's right where we are. I want to stay about 400 to over the cranes, so add a little power. Go. Turn final. Get over these cranes. And then we'll chop it and drop it. On the flaps. Over the cranes. Forward slip time. Wind's coming from 1.6, so we need a little more left aileron. There we go. 65, about right where I want to be. we go. Flaps up. Full power. Batting on down on the right or left. Rotation. We're off and going. All right, we'll do one more. '86 best climb, 400 feet. You can make a turn. They'll often send you out over the water, I think, when they do pattern work on 1.8, but we'll just fly it this way for now. Okay, 800 feet, pattern altitude. Make a turn. Yes, I'm using Oculus Rift. Yeah, the scenery's quite good, Mike. It's the ortho scenery underneath. And then World to XP United States for the mesh. And then some local Florida scenery stuff to give us the Tropicana field and Albert Wood and that stuff. Okay, we're on our downwind leg. A little high, but it's all right. We'll come down. Touchdown point. Throttle back. Inside the wet arc, first notch. Pitch for 80. Pitch for 80, pitch for 80, pitch for 80. There we go. Trim, trim, trim. Okay. About here we can turn base. .75 is pretty good for a speed. Next notch flaps, and we're going to hold it 400 feet until we're over the cranes. Just a little more power there for that. There we go, 70 knots, 400 feet. I like that. Okay, we'll make our downwind turn. Or I'm sorry, our final turn. Fuel pumps on. Everything's green. Keep it at 400 until we're over the cranes. Full flaps. Okay, we're over the cranes. Got the power. Fly forward slip. One hopper, but we're down. Okay, flaps up. Full power. Rotate. And we're on the go. One more. Practice an engine out procedure this time. little high on my pitch there. There we go. More her feet. Turn down or crosswind. Thanks, McShiggity. Final bit of pattern work over St. Petersburg, then we'll call it a day. We will have practiced all our major maneuvers. We'll be in good shape. Since we can't fly in the real world today, this is what I would have done. Okay, bring the throttle back a little bit, level off 800 feet. Trim. Downwind turn. A little stutter in performance there, but nothing too bad. A little high pattern altitude too. It's twice I did that, so I gotta pay attention to that. Throttle control more than anything else. We're right down the center of where we want to be. There's the strip. There we go. Let's get us trimmed. That's feeling good. Touchdown point. Throttle back. 1700. First notch. Pitch for 80. There we go. I like that, right at 80 knots. Flying the airplane downhill. Turn base. Turned a little later this time. And we want to hold it at 400 feet till we're over those cranes. Next flaps. Oh, I was going to do an engine out, wasn't I? I forgot. Okay, then let's do a go around instead. And then we'll do an engine out. Power to keep us at 400 till we're over the cranes. And then we'll be done. Getting four-plate in the cockpit depends on what you mean, McShiggity. So if you mean from your iPad, then you need to run a mirroring software, and there are several that will mirror your iPad to your PC, just like you would on a Mac. And then after that, final flaps. It's about using the Move VR plugin to bring it in. I use 4Flight for web, and I bring that in with the Move VR plugin. So check that out. Okay, we're over the cranes. Now let's say we're doing our slip into land. Speed's good, right at 68 or so. And we get down and we're just here. And somebody taxis onto the runway. So we call 82746 is going around full power. Don't mess with the flaps yet. Sidestep the runway. Now let's bring in one notch. Bring in the other notch. Final. And now pay attention to our trim since we're trimmed for slow. And go up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I use the Move VR plugin. I don't use the Oculus Dash software. I use Move VR. So, plugins. Move VR. That's how I can bring different windows in, including the chat window. So that's what I do. I run ForeFlight in a browser window on the website. I run the ForeFlight web. I could use the error mirror thing and move it in that way from my iPad, I would assume, but I haven't tried it. So give it a shot. Otherwise, I'd say send the makers an email and see if they can give you some tech support. But are you using the Move VR plugin, or you use something else to mirror? Then I don't know. Oh, hey, actually, if it's using Windows acceleration, it won't work. So you have to turn off the Windows acceleration for the browser window to come in. And if it has Windows acceleration or graphics acceleration on that mirroring software, then it won't work either. So check that out. Hope that helps. Okay, sorry for the distraction. This final lap here, we're going to do an engine out. Now we're a bit away from the field here, so this is going to be a bit more challenging than it would normally be because we're not nice and tight, and we're also only at 800 feet. So it sounds like a good thing to practice, wouldn't you say? I think so. Okay, so we're going along, we're minding our own business, we're in the downwind, we're thinking about the Rays, beating the Yankees for the rest of the series this week, which makes us happy. And we're just about at being our touchdown point, all of a sudden we lose the motor. Alright, first thing we do is pitch for 73 knots before we do for anything else. And I'm not going to wait much longer before I make that first turn. I don't know if we can make it, we'll see. 73 knots, we're turning to the numbers. 73 knots is best glide. No flaps, that's for sure. And I'm going to set up for a real short base turn, or final approach, because of the angle around these buildings. A little fast, 73, there we go. Pitch for that, still no flaps. I think we may make it. We'll see, we're a little slow here. It's gonna be close. Real close. Kick it around with the rudder. We're gonna live. I hope I never have to do that in the real world. That's all I'm gonna say. That thing isn't there in the real world. Knapp's the guy who made this airport originally. That has a big sign that says Knapp's on it. I keep trying to delete it, but I think it's part of the larger software area. I have, however, gone ahead and made the Albert Whitted sign in this customized version, as you can see. And I've put in the compass rose for people who fly around this airport. They know it has a compass rose where you do the run-up if you're taking off from 2518 or 36. It's right down here, as you can see. Yeah, McShiggity, I'm sure it's because of the acceleration. Check that out. Am I planning to be an airline pilot? Nope, I'm way too old to do that. Yeah, I use Lonely Screen. I don't use the air server. I never had luck with it. It just doesn't work for me. Lonely Screen worked great. So give that a shot. Am I planning to be an airline pilot? Nope, too old for that. I am, however, training to be a private pilot. So I'm in the last stages of my private pilot training. and couldn't go flying this week in the real world, so I wanted to just practice some procedures in the virtual reality simulator. Man, it's hot. There we go. I also figured out how to, that with my better headsets, the David Clarks that I use in the real airplane, there's a stereo switch, so I have those in the sim now, and it's nice. I can hear the airplane in stereo. So when I open this window, that I can hear more noise out of my left headset earphone. Oh, well, if Captain Sim Mike is still watching, since this is one of his home airports too, he knows that we come down here in the Piper, and then we, this is still under construction, this airport that I'm kind of playing with, and it gets parked right in that little thing there. I don't know if you have the tow bars. You turn it hard here and try not to whack that 172. You kind of put it like this and then push it back in. Okay. Avionics. Throttle. Doesn't want me to open the door. I guess we're trapped. There we go. Unlatched the whole time. That's not good. Good, Machidi. Hope that helps. Yeah, I love flying GA. I don't know, Fairlight. It's been so many years, I have no idea. I haven't kept track. I wish I could give you a better answer. But, you know, you have to presume that a good PC alone is going to cost you a couple $1,000s. Jet, good to see you. You'll have to back up and watch the stream from the beginning. We just finished up. And I'm getting ready to get out of here. But we had a fun day of maneuvers practice around St. Petersburg. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Sorry for the interruptions. I'm going to go make sure my kids are okay. And it's okay, Jet. I'll make it public here in a minute, and you can go back and watch it. Unless we wanted to just do something fun and crazy for a minute. I don't know if I'll buy a GA, but I might go in on an airplane. Let's do something fun and crazy. What the heck? Let's do this. Let's go to, let's get a KTPA. Since Jet just joined in, let's do something fun for Jet. And let's go to, yep. And let's go to, as the airplanes go, let's go to a, yeah, let's do a 747 400. What the hell? Let's start with engines running because I don't have any idea how to start the thing. All right. Let's see how this works. Might have to bring the window for the chat back in. Loading. Yeah, I need to it's taking a second to load the airplane. All right, well here we are inside the 747-400 at Tampa International. Quite a bit of room, as you can see. That's cool. You can open the doors. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I know what most of this stuff is, but okay. You guys ready? I don't know what I just did. I moved the mixture throttle mixture and I on the mixture button and I messed it up. Somehow I killed it. Okay. Well, let's try this. Let's go change location and let's go to that one. And customize, weight balance and fuel, restore defaults, done. Failures, fix all systems, done. Start with engines running, start new flight. All right, maybe I won't screw this one up. Don't touch the mixture button. Mixture thing, okay. Are we ready? I think I'm ready. Oh, let's bring in the chat. This is definitely grinding my frames a lot more than the little Piper was, I can tell you that. Window is in VR. I don't see it. Maybe I have to come out of VR for a second, have it reset. Okay, I had to resume the Lua engine also, that'll help. Let's go back into VR. Huh. Let me just shut this window and then launch a new one for the chat. Okay. Bring that in now. There we go. I'm on a SDD. How's it looking VR? It looks good. It's because I've got a highly modified Tampa airport that I've built. I haven't uploaded the final version to the .org yet, but if you look, you can see I've been using the new terminal kit to make really much more accurate terminals for Tampa since this is where I live. So, all right, let's go. I hope this runway's long enough. I don't know what our rotation speed is, but we're already going 140 knots. I guess I'll try here pretty soon. There we go. Gear up. There goes the gear. I think there's a way to record this. Oh, there's our chase you. Oh! That's MacDill Air Force Base right there. rudder sensitivity. See if we can see ourselves. Nope. Right, back in the airplane. I think every flaps. Oh yeah, flaps. There's flaps right there. All right, let's try to land. I don't know how speed brakes or anything work, but what the hell? Where are we at? We're already at 9,000 feet. Plane go fast. It's got weird rudder sensitivity. It's like really sensitive on the rudder. Standby power. Auto. Okay. There's St. Pete Clearwater Airport. We're right over Albert Whitted. Window heat. Landing lights. Yeah, let's turn those on. Hey CJ, thanks for watching. We're just messing around now after some real work. We decided to just see if I can take off and handle the 747. I should probably find out where the speed brakes are. I don't have any idea. Let's see, what does that say? Recall, check to landing data set, transition level set, auto brake set. I don't know where the auto brake handle is. There's the speed brake right there. I'll need that. Okay. Let's start coming down. I don't think it could look worse. I don't know anything is in this panel. Alright, well there's auto. Okay, there's flaps, that makes sense. There's our gear. There's the airport. Again, there's the back door. Oh, look, it's got a first class. Oh, yeah, because we're up top, of course. Now we're outside of the thing. Can we go downstairs? We can. This is pretty cool, actually. It's the galley. Of course, the airplane is still flying somewhere around Tampa. I think this is the one where Austin's in the bathroom, isn't it? I don't remember. Right. But you can see the vapor, the heat coming out of the nacelles. That's cool. All right, well, let's get back in the pilot seat, shall we? Okay. Who's flying? Nobody. Hey CJ, I'm glad that I inspired your cockpit. Okay, well, there's Anclote Key, Honeymoon Island is right there. The, again, weird rudder sensitivity in the 747. I gotta tell you. It sounds like Rodney Dangerfield's flying the airplane. I don't want to say my wife is a bad cook, but we leave dental floss on the counters so the roaches can hang themselves. That's a nice little spot to go tarpon fishing right there, right off Caladesi State Park and that inlet. Okay, how high are we? 10,000 feet. We don't seem to be coming down a whole lot. Mostly because I'm not paying attention. I get no respect. No respect, I tell you. I don't want to say I was ugly, but when I was born, the doctor slapped my mother. Okay. Came home the other day. My wife was in a beautiful negligee. I said, baby, you look great. She said, you're home early. Okay. This is an extreme extended downwind leg here. We're loading some scenery, it feels like. No respect, I tell you. We're out of the throttles quite a bit. Oh, what's that? That's probably trim there, or is that? I can't tell what that is. Flaps. Okay. Well, let's go one notch. Flaps 1. What's our speed? 240, 260. Okay, let's go flaps 2. Oh yeah, that's right. Carb heat. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, where's the carb heat on this thing? And it looks like I've got some weird tile action going on up there with... I'll have to reburn those tiles. Okay. We're like still at 10,000 feet. Going down. The airport is way over there. Okay. Let's see. I feel like we should turn on the window washers just to make sure everything's clean. Okay. All right. That's better. Okay. Let's see. That's all flight director stuff. I got that. Coming down, 220, that's fine. 8,400 feet, okay. That seems to be going all right. Mixture rich, yeah, no kidding. Yes, a rift, an Oculus rift in the time-space continuum. That's all in op. Speed brake I'm going to need. I still don't know where the auto throttle is, reverse throttles, but we'll figure that out. I wonder what that is. You know, my experience is when you go, I wonder what that is, you should probably never touch it. Okay, don't cross the streams. All right, where are we now? We're at 7,400 feet. Okay, well, we're coming along here. This is, I guarantee it, for the people out back, the most terrifying flight they've ever had in a 747. I don't even have the autopilot switched on. I don't want the flight director on, do I? Because that'd be too easy. We don't need the flight director. Flight director, schmight director. I got my bird, I got my bird, I got my field. We're ready. We're ready. Well, we'll level off at about 6,000 feet down here. What's funny is to fly this in my little home cockpit. Pull the spring brakes now? You want me to pull them now, Bravo Mike? Really? Now? We're going 200 knots. That's not too fast. I bet this thing does 140 over the fence. I don't know. Trim. Trim. I have no heavy metal experience. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know that that helps me turn. That's the tiller. Okay. Let's make it just a bit more challenging. Yeah. There we go. That's a little darker than I wanted it, though, I have to say. Getting something dusky. Yeah. It's making it even harder. Let's go back. There we go. I don't know. All of a sudden, it's really jaggy for me, though. I don't know what happened. Maybe I turned off the... What that's about. Sorry about that. Another little issue. Okay. Seem to have fixed our frame problems. There's the airport. Okay. My headset's back on. It's hard to land if you don't have the headset on. I presume we're still streaming. Are we still streaming? Yep. Okay. There's our runway. Can't see the glide slope indicator yet. Can't make the gear go down. There we go. Next flaps. Now speed brakes, Mike? Now? Or CJ, you think? Flaps. We should probably record this, don't you think? Okay. Is that how I turn on a replay? I'm afraid to hit that replay button because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. How fast are we going? We're going, I can't see that very well, 158 knots. No more power. Trim, trim, trim. Flaps 20, okay, that's good. Full flaps. Flaps, then gear at 7, okay. All right, well, we're going 146. It's giving me yellow reading on that, so I figure that's okay. It looks like we're low. We can finally see the VASI. So we'll add some power. I think my my Rift is fogging. Fogging up. Gear down. Don't be alarmed. Final flaps. 144. I'm liking that. Not on the glide slope yet. Anybody know what I'm supposed to be over the fence in this thing? Looks like we got one white yet, almost. Can't quite tell if we're lined up. Feels like we're a little left. Still got 4 red. My inner Russell. Okay, well, here we go. A little low, but I don't know what I'm doing. More power. Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm like 50 feet up in the air. Well, that's not so hard. It's also not at all realistic. Smoke the brakes. Yeah, it was weird with the side picture. I forgot that I was sitting like 3 stories up in the air. Yeah, so this is work I've been doing on this airport. You can see the relatively detailed taxiway textures and stuff I've been doing. Taxi up here. That was fun. We're all counting on it. Do you know how to fly this plane and land it? You like movies about gladiators, Jimmy? Okay, so I want to see if I hit replay, if that'll do my replay. Rewind, pause. Oh, yeah, all right. So let's watch it from a different angle. Pause. And then I'm going to put us outside. Try to put us outside. No, put us outside. Come on, man. Views, window view, right along tower. All right, so if that's the tower view, I can see the airplane. Tower for which airport? Good Lord. All right, we'll do this. This will put us towards the airport eventually, I think. Yeah. All right, let the review begin. All right, here we come. I can't see the chat screen, so I don't know what you guys are saying right now. Let's go down here a little bit further. There we go. We're at the threshold. Here we come. At least I think it's moving. Here we go. Shows you what I know. Here she comes. That is cool. Power. Power. Look at that. Look at that. Greaser. That's fun. I've never done that replay thing before. This is cool in VR, I gotta tell you. Yeah, I was just looking at the chat window for a second. Speed this up a little bit. Oh! Scared me. That was funny. Here she comes. Well, that's my first time ever landing the 747, so I'm actually pretty proud of that. Airplanes are apparently airplanes, man. Pitch for speed, power for throttle for power for altitude. Cool. All right. Well, okay. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun. Replay. Fast forward. I'll taxi over and give you a little tour of the new Tampa airport that I've been working on. I don't ever know if I'm going to finish it, but I'll give you a little view. So, let's park our 747 first. Where they actually put these big birds when they come in is down here at the edge of this terminal. This is the F terminal. You can see I've done a lot of work on clutter and custom signage on the taxiways. Wide body 88A, that would be us. I don't have auto gate, so none of that stuff will go on, but this is amazing being way high up like this. Where's the off switch? Parking brake. There we go. Yeah, so if we just kind of pop around here. Put me outside, please. Doesn't want to put me outside. There we go. So there's our 747 at the gate. And if I zoom over here, we can see the back of this terminal. And then down here, I've got the tram running. And it's going in. We've got the entryways there. And then down here is where the tram goes in. And then over at E terminal, we've got it mapped out. Doing pretty good. It's almost finished. This is where Delta and stuff is. I need to fix that. That's a little messed up. And then, yeah. And then we've got over here the Southwest terminal, which I thought came out really pretty nice. Looks like it's put some auto spawn aircraft there in random places. But anyway. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. It was kill the fuel switches under the throttle to kill the engine. I'll be damned. Jet, you should have been coaching me the whole time. Seatbelts off. No smoking. You're now welcome to smoke. On Basement Fly Guy Airlines, you can smoke cigars. Okay, well that was cool. Different than what I thought we would end up doing, but fun anyway. Everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the glide slope. I wonder how I make things go bing bing. I don't know. Well, that's how you start it. That's cool. There's your APU. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Emergency light. Oh, there's your ELT. Sure. Cool. All right, you can play with this for hours. All right, everybody. See you soon. Thanks. Have a great weekend.